In a few hours, you're going to slam your trident into the floor of Mount Olympus so hard that a chunk of Greece will shake. A ship in the Mediterranean will nearly capsize, and Zeus will give you the look of someone who finally realized he probably shouldn't have pushed you. But easy. For now, you're just waking up with salt in your mouth and a mood that was already rotten before your eyes even opened. You open your eyes. The problem? You're Poseidon. Again, god of the seas, of earthquakes, of horses, and of a rage that makes volcanoes look like birthday candles. I, as the narrator forced to ride along with this walking disaster, am already bracing myself emotionally. Because today isn't a regular day. Today, a summons arrived from Olympus, and when Zeus calls a meeting, it's never to deliver good news. It's to distribute blame. The morning starts the way it always does. Dark, cold, and with enough pressure to crush anything that isn't divine. You drag yourself out of the coral bed and feel that creak in your immortal back. Thousands of years sleeping on top of shells, and nobody thought to invent an underwater mattress. Amphitrite isn't beside you. She left a message carved into a shell. Went to visit my mother. Don't destroy anything while I'm gone. You reread the message. Don't destroy anything. As if you were some kind of unhinged animal. Watching from over here, I think she's got a point. You head to the main hall. Triton is already there, blowing that cursed conch. The sound reverberates through the coral walls, and you feel a vein throbbing in your temple. He wants to show you a new melody he composed. 6 notes, all of them awful. You tell him it's great. He smiles. You die a little inside. If it were me, I would have tossed that conch into an abyssal trench, but you've got more patience than you let on, which isn't saying much, considering the bar is underground. Breakfast is raw oysters, seaweed, and marine nectar. You chew in silence while reading the day's reports. Gulf Stream stable, Pacific tide normal. Seismic activity on the Aegean tectonic plate. That last one you underline. Not because it's urgent, but because it's yours. You control earthquakes. People forget that. Zeus has lightning bolts. You have the ability to split continents in half. But everyone only remembers the guy with the light show in the sky. Hold on to that frustration. It's going to matter very soon. A messenger arrives on wings. Hermes, winged sandals. Smile of someone who has never faced a consequence in his life. Poseidon, Zeus wants you on Olympus by noon. Urgent meeting. You ask what it's about. Hermes shrugs. Something about territories. The word territories locks your jaw shut. Every time Zeus brings up territories, someone loses something, and that someone usually carries a trident. You dismiss Hermes and dive. You need to burn off energy before climbing that mountain of egos. The deep ocean welcomes you the way it always does. Absolute silence, comforting darkness, pressure that holds you like an embrace. You swim fast, cutting through currents, passing schools of fish that part like curtains. A colossal squid crosses your path and veers away immediately. Even the monsters know when you're in a bad mood. And today, the mood is foul. On the way back, you stop at the Mariana Trench, the deepest, quietest place on the planet. You hover there for a moment. 36,000 feet of nothing. Total darkness. The only sound is the slow pulse of the earth. You like this place. Down here, nobody asks you for anything. Nobody compares you to Zeus. Nobody reminds you that you lost Athens to Athena in a ridiculous gift-giving contest. An olive tree. You offered a spring of water, and she won with a tree. It still eats at you to this day. But now's not the time to dwell. Now it's time to go up. The ascent to Olympus is always unpleasant. You leave the water, feel the dry air, the excessive light, the cloying smell of ambrosia. Everything up here is too golden, too polished, too arrogant. The throne room is a personal offense to good taste. Zeus on the central throne, obviously the biggest one. Hera beside him, wearing the expression of someone who already knows things are about to go sideways. Athena standing, armor, gleaming, radiating the kind of superiority that would turn a mortal to stone. Ares cleaning his nails with a dagger. Apollo fixing his hair. And you, the god who sustains 70% of the planet, walking in through the side door like a second-rate guest. Zeus opens his arms. Brother, so glad you came. I need to pause here to point out that this is the exact same tone he used before, sending you to clean up the mess from the Trojan War. You don't return the embrace. You sit in your chair, which is smaller than Zeus's. Always has been. You notice it every time. Every time it stings a little. The meeting begins, and Zeus gets straight to the point. Apparently, the mortals in a coastal city are building a new temple. Big, beautiful, overlooking the sea. Perfect for you, right? Zeus says with that grin. But there's a catch. Athena wants the temple dedicated to her. The city is near Athens, technically her territory, but the temple sits on the coast, on your sea, under your jurisdiction. You look at Athena, she looks at you. The air in the room turns heavy. Ares stops cleaning his nails. smiles. Apollo stops admiring himself. Even Hera sets aside her own fury to pay attention. When you and Athena lock eyes, the whole of Olympus holds its breath. Because the last time you two disagreed, an entire city got caught in the middle. Athena speaks first, calm, articulate, infuriatingly logical. The city is under my protection. The temple should honor wisdom, not the brute force of the sea. Brute force? She said brute forced. You feel the trident vibrate in your hand. Your fingers tighten around the shaft. The divine metal hums as if it were alive, as if it heard the insult too. If it were me, I'd take a deep breath. But I'm not a god with impulse control issues and millennia of built-up resentment. You stand. The chair scrapes across the marble floor, and the sound echoes like thunder. Brute force? You repeat. Your voice comes out low, controlled. Which is worse, because when Poseidon speaks quietly, it means the storm is building inside. I sustain every port, every trade route, every ship that feeds the cities you claim to protect. Without me, your precious Athens starves in 3 weeks. Zeus steps in. Easy, brother. Let's handle this in a civilized manner. And that's when you lose your composure. Because Zeus telling you to calm down is like pouring oil on a fire. Him who solves everything with lightning bolts and seduction, asking for calm. Him who banished you to the bottom of the ocean while he kept the sky. Him who divided the world into 3 and took the best part. You slam the trident into the ground. The impact is instant and devastating. The floor of Olympus cracks in a line running from where you stand to Zeus's throne. The columns shudder. Nectar spills from every goblet. Hera grabs the arm of her throne. Ares finally shows an emotion that isn't boredom. And down below, in the mortal world, it's worse. Much worse. The tectonic plate beneath the Aegean shifts. The Greek coastline shakes. Plates fall from tables. Children cry. Fishermen look to the sky thinking it's divine punishment. And out in the Mediterranean, a merchant vessel is hit by a wave that didn't exist a second ago. The hull groans. The crew screams. The ship tilts 45 degrees. And for one moment, one real moment, it looks like it's going over. 28 lives dangling on the line between living and drowning. Because you couldn't keep your temper in check. The ship doesn't capsize. It steadies at the last second, but it was close. I saw it up close. It was very close. On Olympus, the silence is absolute. Everyone is staring at you. Zeus rises from his throne. Slowly, the sky outside darkens. Lightning stacks up in the clouds. The two of you lock eyes. 2 brothers, 2 primordial gods. The sea against the sky. If this escalates, there won't be a Greece left for anyone to protect. But Zeus doesn't strike. He speaks. Are you done? 3 words. No lightning, no shouting, no drama. And that's exactly what destroys you. Because he didn't need to raise his voice. He's the king, and kings don't need to shout when the power has already been established. You hate that. Hate that he's right. Hate that the hierarchy exists. Hate that even though you're just as powerful as him, maybe more, you accepted the rules of the game when you divided the world. Athena doesn't smile. She's not stupid. She knows she just witnessed what happens when someone pushes you too far, but she doesn't back down either. The temple will be shared, she says. Half wisdom, half sea. Zeus agrees. You agree, not because you want to, but because the alternative is a war that would destroy the very thing you're all supposed to be protecting. The meeting ends without another word. Nobody says goodbye to you. You don't expect them to. You descend Olympus in silence, each step heavier than the last. The dry air irritates you. The light irritates you. Everything irritates you. But what irritates you most is that deep down, beneath the fury and the pride, you know you lost control. That ship nearly went under. Those people nearly died because of a temper you treat like a virtue, but that's really the heaviest chain you carry. Your feet touch the sea and the relief is immediate. The salt water wraps around you. The pressure welcomes you home. You dive deep and swim to the crack your strike left on the Aegean seabed. It's there, a fissure 900 feet long, small for a god, enormous for the people living above it. You place your hand on the crack and seal it shut, slowly, stone against stone. No audience, no witnesses, because fixing what you broke doesn't earn applause. It never does. You return to the palace. Amphitrite still isn't back. The palace is silent. Triton must be asleep. You sit on the throne at the bottom of the sea, the one nobody sees, nobody visits, the one no mortal ever built a temple to honor. And you stay there, in the dark, listening to the pulse of the ocean. I close out watching you like this, Poseidon. Sitting in the dark, trident leaning against the wall, pride wounded and conscience heavy. Your every bit as powerful as Zeus, maybe more. And that's exactly what makes you dangerous. Not to the other gods, who can take the hit, but to the mortals who live on the cracks you create when you can't swallow your anger. Today, you nearly sank a ship full of people who don't even know you exist. And the worst part? Tomorrow, you might do it again, because a temper doesn't improve with age, especially when that age is eternal. Sleep well, King of the Seas. Tomorrow, the Aegean will still be trembling from what's left of your day. And if you enjoyed riding along for another chaotic day of a god who should be watching over the ocean but can't even manage his own temper, subscribe to the channel, because the next episode promises to be even more disastrous. I'm the voice in your head, and we'll see each other in the next storm.